What happens when the president clashes with the Supreme Court and the entire global economy feels it overnight? In less than 24 hours, tariffs were blocked, raised again, and markets were left scrambling. So, what just happened? And who's really paying for it? Let's break it down. The Supreme Court ruled that the earlier tariffs were not legally justified. That decision immediately shut down the previous trade measures. But the response came fast. Using emergency powers, the administration raised import duties across the board to 15%, up from the 10% that had only just been introduced days earlier. That means most goods coming into the United States now face a 15% tariff. And here's what that really means in plain English. A tariff is basically a tax on imports. When that tax goes up, importers pay more. And when importers pay more, businesses often pass that cost down the line, which usually means one thing: higher prices. Now, globally, reactions are mixed. The United Kingdom had previously negotiated a 10% rate. That looked like a win at first, but after the new 15% announcement, with no clear exemptions, people are asking whether that earlier deal actually made a difference. Brazil had been facing even harsher treatment before, with tariffs reaching as high as 50%, partly tied to political tensions involving former President Jair Bolsonaro. Compared to that, 15% could actually feel like relief, at least temporarily. So, depending on the country, some may be worse off, some slightly better off. But everyone is dealing with one thing: uncertainty. And markets hate uncertainty. Businesses hate uncertainty. Investors hate uncertainty. When trade policy shifts overnight, companies don't know how to plan. Do they import now? Do they wait? Do they raise prices? Do they move supply chains? And that hesitation alone can slow economic momentum. Now, here's another major issue. Around $133 billion in import taxes were collected under the earlier tariffs that the court ruled unlawful. Companies have already started filing lawsuits. Many importers could demand refunds. Thousands of businesses, including exporters, may seek compensation. And if refunds happen, that money has to come from somewhere. Ultimately, that affects government finances, which affects taxpayers. So this isn't just politics, it's legal risk, it's business risk, and it's global economic risk. Some leaders are welcoming the court's decision, saying it reinforces checks and balances. Others worry it opens the door to even more volatility. The bigger question is this: do sudden tariff increases protect American industry, or do they create higher costs and more instability? Because history shows something important. Global trade doesn't stop, it adjusts. Supply chains shift, costs move, and in many cases, consumers end up paying more. So what happens next? More legal battles, possible compensation payouts, market swings, and continued policy uncertainty. And in today's economy, stability matters just as much as strategy. Now, before we continue, if you're finding this breakdown clear and useful, take 2 seconds and hit that like button. It helps this video reach more people who want straight, no-hype economic analysis. All right, back to it. This situation isn't just about one tariff number, it's about how policy decisions ripple through the global system. Investors watch it, foreign governments react to it, businesses make billion-dollar decisions based on it. And when decisions come fast and unpredictably, the entire system feels it. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think raising tariffs like this strengthens America's position, or does it create unnecessary turbulence? Drop your opinion in the comments. I read them. And if you want consistent, easy-to-understand updates on U.S. economic policy, trade, inflation, and market moves, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Share this video with someone who follows the markets. Because when policy changes overnight, you shouldn't be the last to understand what it means. I'll see you in the next update.